Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, back with another slice, if you will, another portion on your plate of Wario Land 4. And this is the episode where I introduce the random element that determines the order in which I play the levels. In real life, I have with me 2 coins, one Polish złoty and one commemorative coin from Club Nintendo that's to commemorate the closing of Club Nintendo. And I shall flip those, and which way up the złoty lands determines whether I play a level on the left side of the game or on the right. So if it's heads, it'll be one of these two, and if it's tails, it will be one of these two. And the Club Nintendo coin, if it's tails, it'll be one of these two, and if it's heads, it's one of these two. It's sort of a simple north, south, east, west divide going on, but you don't have to worry about that because I'm conveying that information in the form of a healthy wheel graphic instead. And so, on that note, spin the wheel and determine which level we shall be playing in this episode. I'm assuming we'll have time for more than one level, by the way, but nevertheless. So yes, indeed, I got head on the złoty and tails on a Nintendo coin, which translates to southwest, which is the Sapphire Passage, which canonically is supposed to be the hardest passage in the game, because Emerald is the easiest. The third level in this passage, in super hard mode, is the hardest level in the game, at least according to TV tropes, but I wouldn't know, because I haven't played any of the harder mode. Well, I did try hard mode once, just for shits and giggles, but meh, this game, this LP is being done for fun. I swear, I start playing this game and then my commentary immediately turns to shit. The Emerald Passage is widely accepted to be the easiest, and Sapphire Passage must be the hardest because, the super hard run that I saw had no trouble whatsoever with the supposed hardest level in the game. That's my reward for not paying attention, but hey, I just demonstrated that you lose money if you get hurt. They had no trouble with the third level of the Sapphire Passage, which is supposed to be the hardest level in the game in super hard mode. Like, they literally just breezed through it. It wasn't intended to be a speed run, but they sped run it nonetheless. And then they did the Ruby Passage second and Topaz Passage third, and I don't know, I'm assuming that's the canonical order they're supposed to be done in. And also, I got completely sidetracked because, as I said, when I play this game, my commentary literally turns to, well, not literally, but figuratively turns to shit. But these guys, on this playthrough, the first instance of an enemy that their attacks don't hurt, they just transform you, and Wario has a load of transformations. In this case, the one in this level, at least that one, because there's more than one in this level, but that particular one turns you into a zombie thing where, on platforms that you can... rude. If you're standing on a platform that you could stand on, but also get... like, you could travel through going from down to up, heading upwards from the down. Then you fall through those automatically when you're in zombie form, and you cancel that transformation by landing in water or an area that's obviously lit up. There are other transformations like that. There's one later in this level that's also cancelled by going into light. Some transformations run out over time, some are cancelled by hitting your head on any ceiling, I suppose. Some are cancelled by going into water. You get the idea. And that fucker out there, his name is Captain Coin. If there's any loose coinage, specifically loose coinage, so not the shit that floats around in the air like this, but like anything that comes out of an enemy, for instance, or out of a block or whatever, he will grab that if you're not quick enough. So you need to be quick and grab any money that falls on the floor. And I didn't mention in the last episode, partly because I'd actually forgotten, but if you run out of time in the backwards part of the level, that is to say, when you've reached the fold of the level, to use my technical game design student terminology that they've not actually taught us about, once you reach the fold in the level, the timer starts, you're running away from the bomb, and so on. If you run out of time, you don't instantly die, but your money starts ticking down instead. Like, the level turns all grey, the sound effects go weird. I think, no, the sound effects stay the same, but the music goes, it turns into this weird heartbeat noise, and yeah, your money starts ticking down. If you run out of money, then you're kicked out of the level, and it's... bear in mind, this game doesn't have... well, I'd say it doesn't have permadeath. It's just a stranger in the House of Death. So that's the closest thing to dying that you could achieve. Or either that, or if you run out of hearts, that's say those in the top left corner, you run out of health, then you kicked out the level, that's your only penalty, you just have to start from the beginning. Which of course means anything you've collected on this screen, so that is to say the CD, the key, the 4 collectible crystal things that are required, you automatically lose those if you die and have to leave the level. But also, some parts of this game do like having blocks that aren't obviously breakable for the sake of hiding shit like that. Also, while I remember, in the harder modes of the game, for instance, in here was a diamond for money's sake that I got just now, because this is on normal mode. On super hard mode, I believe that's one of the required collectible crystal thingies that open the boss door. So, super hard mode and hard mode, you have less time with the, once you reach the folded level, you have less time before your money starts ticking down, and what else is different? There are loads more enemies. The level geometry is the same, but like I said, there's less time. There's, in some cases, the bomb switch itself is actually in a different place. For instance, the first level of the Emerald Passage, actually, the bomb switch for that is literally so right at the start of the level that you actually hit it as soon as you enter the level, and so you have to do the whole level. Like, the entire level is the backwards pass. So that's a thing to be aware of if you're playing super hard mode. I don't remember offhand how you unlock super hard mode. I'm assuming it's just beat the game on regular hard mode. But anyway, here's more Captain Coin shenanigans. And I don't remember if I mentioned this already, but as well as loose change, as it were, Captain Coin will also, once you have the key for this level, because as we discussed, the key and the 4 crystal pieces, or what, I still don't know what to call those. Those things, they're all required. What was the point I was making? Oh yes, once you have the key, which is also required, he will steal the key, and then the entrance and exit doors of any rooms that contain Captain Coin are automatically locked until you recover the key. So you can't get the key and then wander off without realizing that it's been stolen. Wait, fuck, I did that wrong. But, fuck you, Captain Coin. Okay, so we needed to come back here to get this. Also because that's the only way back up to the top of here. But you see this little box down here? We can't go any further, but as I said, this game does like to hide collectibles behind what looks like an unbreakable wall that actually is breakable, so we'll just fail at rolling, apparently. Roll down here, and then just that one breakable block is supposed to be an indicator that, wow, there's a load of breakable boxes here that are disguised as a wall. And here, have the CD. And the CDs, I do believe, are intentionally the hardest things to find in every level, but that's because they're optional. Like, you do have to do some rather peculiar shit in order to get them, because they're optional collectibles. Now, I don't think I've discussed these yet, but fuck, I went down the wrong hole. Teehee. There are rooms like these on the other side of purple pipes, where it's completely optional, it has nothing to... It's sort of a non sequitur on the part of the level itself. You have these puzzle rooms, where the prize is usually a diamond like that. These rooms are never required, but there are rooms like these, where the reward is... Typically it's money. And so, because your money is kind of like a secondary timer, if you don't have any confidence in your ability to beat the level within the time limit that appears once you hit the bomb switch, then it's in your best interest to get as much money as possible so you have more time to play with, so that you can definitely get out the level in time. Also because there's a ranking system where I believe there's no crown, bronze crown, silver crown, and gold crown. And apparently the Hall of Hieroglyphics, or hieroglyphs, I don't remember which version of the word they use, that's one of the hardest levels to get a gold rank on, because the ranks are so close together. So because of how little treasure there actually is in that level in comparison, like, look, we've almost got as much treasure in this level, and we've not even hit the fold yet, as we did in the entirety of that. You know what I'm trying to say? There's not much treasure there compared to some of the other levels. And down there's the required way to go, so I'm going to go up here instead. But it's supposedly difficult because, like, you could miss one coin, and that's the difference between, well, technically that would be the difference between a bronze rank and a silver rank and a gold rank anyway, but in that case, it's like, you miss one coin, down to silver, another coin, down to bronze, whereas most other levels have a bit of leeway. I'm lingering in this room because in harder modes, there's probably a required collectible hidden in here, but on easy mode, the required collectibles are kind of just Yes, kind of just but. They're sort of not deliberately in your path, but they're not difficult to find if they aren't right in your path. I was going to say something else that was relevant as well. Another Captain Coins section, which, considering we've been in this level for about 10 minutes now, I dare say it's time we ran into our friend the Key. And then we show off the backwards pass of this level, and the fact that Captain Coin is a thieving asshole who steals keys and things. But nope, we're not there yet, because we've got this section that I remember. This is, I would say, your formal introduction to purple pipes. But, because the one earlier in the level isn't, like, it takes a bit more skill to find. But, anyway, this is one where the prize isn't explicitly a single valuable gem. It's killing a load of enemies and you get a load of money for it. Yay. But this isn't meant to be the first level you play, but, you know, because beginners are recommended to start with the Emerald Passage, but there you go. We're here. This is the first purple pipe that's explicitly in our way that you don't even have to think in order to find it. There's a valid point in there somewhere. Now, which way should I go? I believe we're going to end up going down through here anyway on the backwards pass, but I'm going to go through here now so I don't have to worry about going down here on a time limit. And I don't remember offhand what the name of the person was whose super hard mode run I was watching, but they were simultaneously really skilled and, well, I suppose, really skilled and really unlucky in places, I think is a fair description, because there were some levels where, like for instance the third level of the Sapphire Passage, they were really masterful at. But then there was some, I think most levels of the Topaz Passage, I want to say, they ran out of time and so their money started ticking down and, like, I don't know, it's a weird juxtaposition of really skilled in some places, not so much in others, but some of it is a test of luck. And this as well, I believe, is a required collectible, but only on super hard or at least some kind of hard runs. But I am so not hard right now, but since we've got everything that was down there that's worth anything really, so we don't need to go down there on the backwards pass once we've got the key and set off the bomb, because someone will set us up the bomb. And look at this, we have more. See, the platforms have frogs on them, but that does look like a cat. I don't care what anyone has to say about anything. And if you come up here now, you can fly up and get that diamond. But of course, once you hit the switch, these blocks turn transparent, these blocks turn solid, and so you can't get that diamond. But of course, we're going to need to fly up here once we hit the switch in order to get the key, and you could die. So, can we hit the switch while batified as elite speedrunning tactic? I wonder. We can. Basic physics prevails once again. So, we should fly up here, Flappy Bird style, or at least Sergeant Bird style, because at the moment I've been... Case in point, the doors lock, but you just need to steal your key back, and can you not? Can you not, sir? I don't remember having this much trouble with him in, like, when I played this game as a child, which is peculiar. Nope, I'm gonna go down here anyway. Are you shitting me? He stole my key in the I'm going down here and I can't turn back now sort of, not cutscene, but you get the idea. Captain Coin, you fuck! Well, we have plenty of money, so I don't exactly have to worry about it. Later, loser. So it's just, I suppose it's better to come down here so that we don't have to worry about Captain Coin, because he does despawn briefly once you re-emerge over here, but only briefly. And the fucker is back in the house. He does like to taunt you with it. It's funny, because he doesn't taunt you with any of the other monies that he steals. He just... Well, I suppose it's because it doesn't matter. If you miss a piece of money, then, you know, it's not required that you get it back. Oh, you know what I'm trying to say. Nope, 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 nope. I am noping all over your potentials. And boop there, so I don't have to go all the way into that tunnel. Oh, I thought I killed you earlier, but maybe not. I don't remember. Sir, walk the other way, please. Oh, you're not allowed to get in here. You can't scrundle here, good sir. Captain Arse Coin, Captain Caveman, Captain Toilet, the toilet. The toilet. Yes, that was forced. I don't even give a single shit. Not even one. Into the toilet. And pardon the pause, I just wanted to make definitely, absolutely, certainly sure that I had all the things. And I do. So I could, like, those green blocks would be solid. When you hit the green exclamation mark box, it turns all of the green transparent blocks like the Switch Palaces in Super Mario World, except they're reversible. So it's a good thing that I turned them back off, because then I can just straight up charge through that last area. And so it is all kinds of yum and good, instead of having to stop and parkour over the platforms. And that's why you have to plan ahead in your first pass the level on the forwards pass. Plan to make your route back as easy as possible when you're doing the backwards pass. And we got a gold crown. Are you proud of me? Are you proud of it now that it is out? Now, I kind of want to do 2 levels in this video, but I took so long. It's like, if we're going for 16 minutes, that would be a good episode length. But I kind of feel like having 1 level per episode would make this series unnecessarily long. Teehee. So, we'll see how long these episodes get, but I'm just gonna quit back out to here, and, well, I'll spin the wheel again, and we'll see where we're heading next. Yes, the Topaz Passage. Got heads on both coins, but shush, you're not supposed to know about the coins. So we're heading to Toy Block Tower. One of the most memorable musics of the game, at least for me anyway. You may have noticed at this point that this music is so iconic for me. But each passage of the game has a distinct theme. You know, you could sort of get the impression that this passage is kind of toy and entertainment themed. The Sapphire Passage is more horror-oriented, kind of. And you may have seen from the brief previews I gave in the first episode, or just from the little icons outside each passage, that the Emerald Passage, as you'd expect from anything green in a video game, is kind of plant-focused and, nature and all that good shit. And then the Ruby Passage, its icon is cogs, so it's kind of mechanical. But shut up about the Ruby Passage, we're in Topaz Land now, so shut up. Now, because there are blocks here that have gravity, I strongly advise being very careful with which blocks you break, so that you can actually access higher areas, and also so that you have an easier time of it on the backwards pass. Because as I've said, you must consider the backwards pass. Like, when you're going on the forwards pass, consider the backwards pass so that everything is easier, like when you're running backwards through the level. Make the level easy to run back through and you'll have a good time. It's basically the moral of the story. Also, these blocks reset when you leave the room. Another thing to consider, in case you accidentally screw yourself out of a puzzle. And break that one as well, and we could... Oh, right, yes, duck jumping. Something to note as a thing that exists in this game. There are some passages that duck jumping is kind of the only way to get through them. And there's a puzzle. Blue boulders can only be broken with a holding down the R button charge. There's the heart medal. Is there one of those in every level? I'm not entirely sure. But there you go. Proof that those purple pipes don't always lead to a blue gems. Well, a blue diamond. I should get my terminology straight so that it's... So I don't get I don't confuse you lovely people with all of the different collectibles and shit. Right, so, the collectible money things that are worth 1,000 money, I shall call those diamonds. The required boss door key things, I'll call those crystals or collectible crystals, or those fucks where there's 4 of them in a level, trademark. So, we've got our terminology straight there. Glad to hear it! Another bit where you should be careful with your gravity. Mind your gravity, darling. Now, is this a place where duck jumping is a necessity? No, it's too high up. Or is it? Yeah, okay. It's too high up. I forget how you're supposed to do that one then. It'll probably come back to me. Well, wait, no, hang on, I just remembered. Never mind. Bumping up the length of this video because I remembered the answer to a puzzle. Take out the bottom one, and the top one. And the top one. And the top one. And I have a step to get up here, and I think there might be a required collectible up there in super hard mode, just in case, just in case you're using this as a guide or something. Now... Oh, right, yeah. I was just thinking... Wait, did I just screw myself out of this puzzle? But no. As long as you have a flat surface to run along so you can hit that block there. This. I shall refer to it as a diamond. There we go. We've got our terminology consistent and shit. Consistent and shit, in that order. Now, here's another bit where... I just remember that gravity is a thing. If you charge through, you'll get through before those blocks fall. And... because breaking the blocks that hold these blocks up blocks this way. Block, 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 block. It's a puzzle! I just showed you the answer to a puzzle. What more do you want from me? I'm sorry, I like this game so much I can't think of good commentary. Here is a thing that logically should hurt Wario, but no. It's another... It's an environmental hazard as opposed to an enemy, but it's still... It's an attack that makes him trans-ass form. So, when you're on fire, you run uncontrollably. Every time you hit a wall, you reverse direction. That's kind of it, really. It goes, yeah, blue, then green, then fire-coloured, and then he burns up, slows to a crawl. You can control him once he's this big walking ball of fire, but he doesn't move very fast, so, you know, it's a puzzle mechanic. What more do you want me to say? And I shall address that fire block in a moment, but first, this is his secret passage. This puzzle stumped me as a child, I don't know why. You just have to do that. No, not that. Yeah. Now, those blue blocks can be broken not with a regular B button attack, but with an R button attack. And also, a powerful enough ground pound. Because if you ground pound over a long enough distance, it becomes a super ground pound, which can break blocks like that, amongst other things. Now, recall those, if you will, those spiny enemies from the level I was just playing, where they have little helmets and stuff, and they look like little yellow Kirby's. Well, there are grey versions of those that don't flip over when you ground pound, unless it's a super ground pound. Anyway, puzzle mechanic. You need to be running the other way, while on a certain fire level, in order to burn this block, so start facing the other way and do some hardcore parkour. As I said, you run uncontrollably when you're on fire, as I imagine most people probably would. Puzzles, I have the answers to them, and this is another puzzle that has an answer. Wow. Did I learn nothing from Professor Layton? Every puzzle has an answer. Sometimes the answer is the toilet. I'm not making that joke again! I'm running it into the ground as it is. Yay, more fuego. My favourite colour. Now, I shouldn't have jumped into that so hastily, because you can't collect treasure while you're transformed. And we need this. This is a required-ass piece of toast. So blue, green, fire-coloured, regular fire. Well, once again, while you're transformed, you're invincible, so you don't have to worry about enemies in that case. Now, I'm sort of surprised that this isn't considered the first level, because it's toys, it's kid-friendly, it's painful, but also there's a thing that we're about to see that kind of looks like it was designed for the express purpose of introducing the concept of, hey, look, if you hit that switch, then blocks turn solid, and solid blocks turn not solid, because that's how they do. You see, it explains it right there. And yet this isn't canonically considered by the fandom to be the first level, because I suppose with some of the puzzles contained within, it isn't... I know, it's not the easiest level, but it's relatively easy. Now, this is one of those levels where the backwards pass isn't necessarily just a straight shot through the forwards pass, because some levels you go backwards and forwards along the same path. There are some levels where the forwards pass and the backwards pass don't meet up that much. It's just a thing to consider. This is one such level where they do converge, but not straight away. Now, I want to know what's down this way! And I'm in easy mode. I have time to play with. I wouldn't worry. Oh, we're in a puzzle room and there's a stuff up there. Did I mention blue blocks you can't do anything with? Red blocks you can only push them around. Yellow blocks you can pick them up. And I feel like I should have probably just stayed on that other path, because that was the reward for being good at puzzles path. I should be standing on the circle, damn it! Now, I don't remember... I was going to say I don't remember where the CD is, but it's right here. Never mind. Now, do I need this circle block to get up there? I don't. It's literally a 1-block jump. I'm a stoop. Now, I kind of want to... Yeah, if we'd... No? No. Yes? No. No? Huh. Another place where you need to duck jump. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. And I think that's us done with this level, I think? Weird. The first level of this episode took me... all episode. It took me about a quarter of an hour. And yet, here we are. Okay, it's 10 minutes, whatever. But we solved the level where there's puzzles and shit. Puzzles and shit, in that order. But I like this level. I like the Topaz Passage in general. It may be my favourite corridor of the game. Which is a weird thing to say, but... I think the Topaz levels are overall my favourite. They're a bit gimmicky, but they're fun for fun's sake. Oh, for fun's sake. But there you go. I did 2 levels in 1 episode, and I got gold crowns in both of them. I am simply telitist. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to get all gold crowns, I'm just making like Sia and doing everything I can. And that there, does that say goo with an exclamation mark or gull? Oh, wait, because gull is Swedish for yellow. Huh. Do you feel educated, my lovely people? Because I certainly do. That was weird. Well, anyway, that's enough for today's episode. So I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons. And in the next episode, we'll do more random Wario. Yeah!